Right, so I got something different I haven't done in a while, and I'm gonna do one for you today. I'm doing a haul video. This is I'm the boss of me, Miss Jenny, and I still have my cleaning company, but I'm working on my eBay store. I look a wreck. Oh my god. But anyway, let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what I got. Let me see, how can I do this? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll just flash to it. Okay. So here's all the pieces, and I'll go over each one with you piece by piece, but there's actually 3 different hauls. So this one right here, this is estate sales. This one right here is an antique mall. And this one right here is a thrift store. And I got to tell you something. I really want to dedicate this video to the crazy lamp lady, Jocelyn, because she's kind of inspired me. And I'll get to that when I get to my to these right here, the antique mall. But we want to do a little price comparison. So I'm going to actually start with the thrift store things. I don't really remember the prices on everything, but I'll tell you what each thing is and explain a little bit about each thing, because this one right here is kind of weird, but I'll show you what it is. It's actually pretty cool when you see it. And I do apologize for the shaky camera. Maybe I had a little bit too much coffee today, but let's start with this. This is a bowl. It's absolutely stunning. I do not know how to pronounce that name, but you can see it's new. I only paid a couple dollars for it, and it's silver. So you see on the back how it's painted on there, and then there must have been like layers of paint, and you can see like there's this iridescence to it. I just love this bowl. It's obviously a decorative bowl. It's not something that you're going to eat out of, and it's stunning, gorgeous piece of glass. These are a little salt and pepper shaker. Look at that face. These are Lennox. They're clear, you can see. They're not vintage or old, I don't believe. And they're made by Lennox. I did do a search on them, salt and pepper shakers. They are so cute. Look at the cat face. These remind me of my Snickers, and that's why I got them. But I'm going to sell them. And I just thought they were so adorable. I got these little tea lights, the sailboats. And I got them, I think I only paid like $1 or $2 for each one. I think they were $2 for each. And I'm going to sell them as a pair. And I think I'm going to set them down so they don't fall. But I got them because, first of all, the price was right. And they're not going to be big money makers. But I know a lot of people like nautical and beach themed. So I got that. This one right here, this is kind of heavy. It's hand blown. You can see the panel on it. There's a weird little mark there. There's no stickers or any kind of signature on it. And that is very fragile right there. But I did some research on this, and this is actually Blanco. I don't know, I guess because it's hand blown, but I did find some other ones that had the sticker on it, so I know that it's Blanco. And I just thought it was so cool. Now, let me talk to you about this. This is a weird piece. You see there's a lady there, and you can hear it? See, it's a rattle. And it also has this curved bottom, so watch. Let's see. It rocks. And then on the other side, there's I've got my hand in her face. The mother and child. So it's a weird piece. It's kind of interactive, but I thought it was very artistic and very obviously maternal. And I thought it would be a great gift for somebody who's expecting a baby. Then I got these, and I gotta tell you, this is definitely Crazy Lamp Lady. I can't even think of the name of it, but I'm pretty sure they're Mexican. They're redware. They were not very expensive, but again, there's that fish beach thing that I think a lot of people like. Same thing with these tumblers. Now, let me pull these forward. There's 3 of them. I know a lot of times people only buy like sets of 2 and 4 and 6. Each one, I love the glass, the color. It reminds me of sea glass, which I guess is the point, right? They all have something different on them. I love the seahorse. Isn't that gorgeous? And then the starfish. And they're like the size of maybe a rocks tumbler. And again, that's that beachy theme. I know a lot of people who like seaside stuff and beach and that kind of thing. So now here's another one. This vase, I hope I didn't make a mistake with this. I didn't pay a lot of money for it. It's got the butterflies on it, and it's got a unique shape to it. I don't see any marks on it. And on the bottom it says Royal Hager. You can see it's kind of old. I wouldn't necessarily have gotten it, but I do pretty well with butterflies, so that's why I got it. And I think the blue is a good color. I like that smoky kind of, it reminds me of the Williamsburg colors. Not that this is a Williamsburg thing, but it's like that old dusty blue. So I like that. And it has the butterflies on both sides. So I thought somebody might like that. And there are people who collect Hager. And then out of the things that I got at the thrift store, this one's my favorite out of the thrift store binds. It's this fish. There's no chips on it, no cracks or anything. I just think the colors are fantastic. It's not signed, but I'm pretty sure that this is Murano. And one of the reasons why is because the quality of the blowing, so the glass colors, you can see are pretty uniform. And then when you look at the fins look like they were crafted, and the shapes are kind of organic. Oh God, I'm going to break something. I know it. The shapes are organic. They're not like pressed in with a tool. And that's what makes me think that this is probably, it may have been something that they still, I want to say, quote, mass produced, but I'm pretty sure that it's Murano. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. And I just love it. And it's heavy, by the way. That is a heavy piece of glass. Okay, so that's the thrift store things. I didn't pay a lot of money for those, but I did pretty good. Now, this over here are the estate sale things. And it's actually from a couple's estate sales. So some of them I got really good prices on, and some of them, not so great. So there's this piece, which I thought was really interesting. It's like a basket. It's not real big. It's not blown. It's formed. And when I did my research on it, it's anchor hocking. No, it's Viking. This is Viking. I'm sorry. It's Viking. It doesn't glow, but it's still a neat piece. It was like pressed or something, made in a mold, and then bent to make this basket shape. So I thought that was a really cool piece. This piece right here, I don't know. Can you kind of see those little sparkly things in here? This is not Murano. This is by SPI, whatever that is. Those little sparkly things that you see in there, they're supposed to glow in the dark. Now, I haven't tested it for actual dark glowing, but I did put my black light on it, and they do glow with that. So, and it's the jellyfish. So here we are, nautical again. And I just thought it was so cute. This piece right here, this one was a surprise. I actually got this looking for another piece that's not so fabulous, but okay, because I didn't include it in here. But when it was in a case at an estate sale. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? This is heavy too. So I moved it to get to the pieces that I was interested in. I was like, oh, that's heavy. I'm gonna get this piece too. And I didn't really look at it until later. I just thought it was neat. I knew it was a good piece because of the weight of it. And when I started doing my research on this, come to find out, let me see if I can, I don't know if I can show it to you or not. It's signed somewhere. There it is. I don't know if you can see it. This is Waterford. So it's crystal. It's a quality piece of crystal. And I was surprised. I felt like I was charged a little bit too much for it, but now I don't feel so bad. These two little pieces, I just love him. He's dirty. He's got some sparks on it. But I just thought they were so cute. I only paid like $1.50 for this. It wasn't too much. They're little art pieces. This is Violet. She's an otter. And I know somebody's going to love her. And then this one is, oops, some kind of little cat. And I just love that face. Look at that face. And this one is Sydney. another endangered species. They were $1.50 a piece. I don't know what I'm going to get for them, but I just, oh, look at that face and those eyes. So beautiful and so sweet. Now, this piece right here, in and of itself, is pretty common. It's a mid-century modern. It may or may not be Murano. The bottom looks pretty good. It has this crackle finish to it. It's not crazy. And you can't really see it in here, but the colors, I just love these colors. It's this blue-green and this amber color, and it's really beautiful, the colors. So I got that. Now this guy right here, I got him on the last day of an estate sale, so I got him for a good price. He's made in Italy. He still has his tag, and that I just love that face and that scruffiness about him. I got him anyway. With all these little scruffy points, you can see, like right there, there's some damage to him. You see on his ear. But I just felt like he's so cute, and somebody who has a scruffy dog like that may fall in love with him. So I did pay up for most of these things on the estate sale, more than I would have paid at a thrift store. But I felt like I got some better things to choose from. Now, this part in the middle, this is the stuff that I got at an antique store. And none of it was marked down. And I don't remember the prices because they took the tags. But this piece right here, I love it. And as we were talking about it, I went with my friend. One of the people in the store started talking with me about it. And I was saying, it's interesting. I love the colors. There is some iridescence to this on this outer color here. I don't believe it's Murano, and I say that because the bottom is rough. But it's still a beautiful piece, and I think that I can still make some money on it. It's heavy, and somebody made it, so it's beautiful. Then there's this. Now, this is another thing that I learned from watching Crazy Lamp Lady, and this is Celadon, this teapot, elephant teapot, which, by the way, has no crazing on it. There's no chips under here. I did check that. It is not marked Celadon, but there is some kind of a sticker that you can barely read, so maybe it was at one point. That's the sticker on the bottom of that. The two teacups have this mark. And the only reason I know that it's Celadon is because I looked at, well, I could tell from the glaze, thanks to Crazy Lamp Lady, Jocelyn. And then I also have one of my cleaning customers. She's got a couple pieces of Celadon, so I was talking to her about it too. And anyway, we'll see. I think my teapot is in better condition than the ones that I did my comps on. So we'll see. We'll see. And I have 2 teacups. I've seen some that have more, but like I said, no crazing on mine. This little guy, this is the first one I picked up. He does have a little chip. Oh God, I'm so wonder everything doesn't have a chip. Got a little chip on his tail right here, and I really contemplated whether or not I was going to get him or not. But I did decide to get him. He's got the Murano sticker on him. He's stunning. And you can see, I don't have a piece to compare it to because I don't pick them up usually when they look this way. But I've seen so many of these animals that were made with the Murano style. And typically on the pieces like the fins, or maybe on this part here, there's some kind of tool that, and they all look kind of the same, where they just press into the glass, where this looks like somebody kind of cut into it. They have this thing that like stamps on it, and once you see it, you know what I'm talking about. It just isn't as creative as doing it the way they've done with these. But this fish, I really like the fish. It's green. It's just green. There's no other colors in it. But it's a beautiful fish, and somebody will love it. And the same thing with this swan. I'm not 100% sure if it's Murano. I think it is. The bottom is very clear. It has a slight blue tinge to it. It's a light blue. It's very simplistic. There's no chips on it. And it's just a beautiful swan. And then this one right here, I paid too much money for this one. And this one is actually my favorite piece. I set it down, and then at the end, when we were getting ready to go home, I went back and found it. And I actually had people in the store looking for it. And I love this piece. So obviously it looks like a seashell. It has two ways to set it. It has these little feet on the bottom, so you can set it this way. And then it's also got this polished bottom here with this. That was where the tag was. So you could set it. I'm not going to really let go of it, but you can set it this way. Okay, you can see how it will sit on that way as well. And the thing, if you see something there, it looks like it's a crack. It's actually pretty big. It goes all the way around, like from here all the way around. You can see some of it there. But the thing of it is, when you run your finger over it, you can't feel it, and there's no dirt in it. And I think what it is that it's in this white layer. I don't believe, and then there's a clear layer over top of it. You can kind of see some of the clear through here. So that's called casing. And it's not in the casing. It's actually in part of as they were making it. So this may or may not be Murano. I'm not 100% sure. I do know that sometimes there are imperfections in actual Murano. And it just happens. These are handmade things. They're not mass produced. They're made each one individually. So there can be flaws. But this is absolutely stunning. The colors are beautiful. There's gold in it. The swirls are amazing. The swirls are amazing. And just the way the light comes through this thing, I love it. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to sell it or if I'm going to keep it. Even with the flaw, I love this thing. And I think that if I like it, even with the flaw and understanding the process of how these things are made, somebody else will understand as well. If I do decide to list it, I'm going to talk about this piece, kind of explain what I just explained to you. But it's beautiful. I really see how the colors change on that. So if you haven't guessed by now, this is actually my favorite piece out of all of these. And I do love every single one of them for one reason or another. But this one called to me enough for me to go back and pay too much money for it. I think I paid like $40 for this. So I hope you really like this, this haul. My store is House of Azadi, and I will put the link in the description if you're interested in any of these pieces. And I have other pieces. Some of these will be listed quickly, obviously, and some won't. But please let me know if you like these videos, if you want more videos like this. I'd love to know what you think. And also, you know, tell me what it is that you're looking for, and I'll keep my eyes open when I'm out and about looking for things to buy, to flip on my eBay store. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.